So I've been watching Jake, the metaphysician, go back and forth with Daniel Haqiqatjou. I like Daniel Haqiqatjou more. I prefer his talking points, and I do think that Jake in the past year has gone after people that typically are aligning with Muslims or the Palestinian people in any type of way. Jake, if they don't follow exactly Jake's creed and his line of thinking, boom, he's done with them. I don't like seeing on Twitter him saying that, what about your Aqidah? What about your Aqidah? Obviously, yes, it's very important to know your Aqidah and have it dialed in perfectly. Yes. But when you literally were sitting there, when Jake is sitting there with Patrick Bet David and they're doing these debates, he didn't seem like he had this whole weird thing that is Daniel a deviant, is Daniel a secret Shia, is he trying to mix up people's minds. He never said anything to that effect. He never condemned him. He never had anything. But now all of a sudden, right in the middle of while a lot of people are suffering in Palestine, he wants to just basically say it's either you believe exactly the right line of thinking or screw off, right? And what I like about Daniel Haqiqatjou is that he talks about contemporary issues and he talks about the nuance in things. Imagine you're building a car engine and you don't tighten a bolt properly and there's just a little bit of a gap and either water gets in there and it cracks something, or the internal combustion engine doesn't have the right seal, so it doesn't work. So basically, Daniel Haqiqatjou will say that people will come to the religion and will try to just say basically, oh, you believe women should cover their heads? Oh, come on, that's dumb. Come on. Forget it. And it's a crack. It's a crack in the motor. It's a crack in the piece of machinery, because saying that, why should you even care? And that basically your religion is not applicatory. There's no point of even discussing that further. Religion's it's an at-home kind of thing. It's something you do after you've eaten dinner, and it's Friday night. You don't want to be out. Maybe you might do a little bit of prayer, go around on the rosary once or twice, and watch a YouTube video, and that's it. You're being a really good religious person. And basically just pushing out religion out of everything. And that's why I've been following and watching Daniel Haqiqatjou, because he talks about these things. He talks about there's these imams, they're famous, but they say some little weird things. And it's oh yeah, religion should be tolerant of abortion or whatever. And it's oh, you really care about that? Why do you care? What's that the issue? And it's just okay, so I understand that that small issues can turn into big problems or whatever, but at the same time, people in the Prophet, peace be upon him's times, they would go into big soccer matches, and they wouldn't say hey bro, before we pass you the ball, could you tell us everything you know? Are we all 100% on the same page between Muslims? Do we need, I need to have your interview, and these guys, they believe literally every single word. These guys over here think that sometimes it's a meaning and this and that. So we need to separate up the team, and this should be two lines in the team. But yes, knowing the minutia is important, obviously, but it's like this. You use your iPhone, you know how to turn it on. You know there's a battery in there. You don't know how the wiring of the battery is. You don't know exactly what the amperage is. You don't know what the new wiring scheme of the new speaker in the iPhone is. You don't even talk about that sort of stuff. You don't even talk about that sort of stuff. You don't even screw around with the screen brightness settings. You don't even put on nighttime mode, but you want to talk about the internal CPU of your iPhone. So that's what I'm saying about religion, is that before you go so deep, which is important, before you go so deep into things, ask yourself the number one question. Do you even pray? Okay, you pray fully. You tell your boss, hey, I want to go to my Friday prayers. Y'all can suck it. You say that? No, you don't. So why don't you focus on that first? And then once you've really nailed the surface, then you should proceed into the finest hair splitting ever. And like Daniel says, they've been having these debates for 1,000 years. You're going to be very arrogant and very ignorant to think that you're going to go in there and ground break these age-old debates and change something. So that's why I find that weird. I think that, yeah, Jake is right, but Jake needs to have some type of class, some type of manners in helping the suffering of the people and people that are trying to help. I just can't understand that, like, in the middle of this issue, in the middle of a humiliating time that we're in right now, that Jake sits there with PBD, they do an excellent debate, but now all of a sudden you're throwing the guy under the bus, making him look like a complete idiot, and you think that, at least you're right. And when you look at the fundamental argument of Daniel Haqiqatjou, it's about peace, it's about more unity. It's about more unity, and it's about putting this pride and this my side, your side thing to the side. And that's why I had to make this video, to be like, I find it weird. I find it weird, and it just makes me look more and more at this Jake guy like, this is internet. This is the internet stuff. Anything can appear a certain way. But I did watch his interview, like an hour and 20-minute interview he did about his life. And I like if you're Muslim, I like it. I like you. And I want to always give my brother the absolute benefit of the doubt that maybe this is all just a big misunderstanding. But at the same time, have a little bit of thinking and a little bit of class and a little bit of tact about when and where and at what time it's important to start condemning your brother, blah, 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 blah. So if you understand my sentiment, and if you understand what I'm saying, please leave a like and subscribe. If you don't, dislike, whatever, it's all good. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.